If you're looking for global work from anywhere full-time opportunities, then look no further because I have government-proof jobs that you can do from anywhere, even your laptop or cell phone while watching Netflix. Now, CVS is hiring, but I also have 4 super duper high-paying bonus opportunities. These won't last long, so let's hop right in. Now, before we get to the CVS opportunities, let's talk about the bonus opportunities because Experian is hiring. Yes, the actual credit bureau is hiring. Now, for those of you that have ever done any type of work in collections, help desk, customer service, IT support, any of that, you're going to love this opportunity because they are looking for a customer service representative to work as a part of their verifications team. Now, it says essentially you are going to be the person that is going to process verification requests and you're going to resolve those user inquiries about those requests, right? So you may be doing things related to authenticating and uploading user authorization forms. So in that particular sense, that means like maybe somebody's going through identity theft and they're wanting to do something with their credit profile that requires them to have to authorize anything like related to their data, right? Or that requires them to confirm their data. You're the person that is going to process that verification request, right? And you may ultimately have to reach out to them to request more information, things of that nature. But it says you're going to be reporting to the associate director. Now, everybody knows what Experian is, and I can just tell you that being a part of this global data and technology company is going to look amazing on your resume, and it doesn't even require you to have like a bachelor's degree or anything like that. As long as you've got some customer service experience and a high school diploma, that's all they're basically looking for you to have because they will train you to do everything else. Now, the salary for this is going to go into that $55,000 a year range because, again, this is a customer service representative role. But if you are someone that can prove that you have experience with managing fraudulent claims or chargebacks or collections, any of that, you could very well be brought in as a senior level employee and be making perhaps 60, 70K, right? So it's all about positioning yourself. Yes, we've done the resumes for you. They are inside of your portal, but you know your girl has to do shout outs. So let's get into these shout outs because you guys have been landing opportunities left and right. And I love that you guys are starting to get so much traction because Candace came and told us recently, she said, "Thank you, Jazzy. The interview workshop was a blessing. I am on to my second interview with Cherry in just a couple of days." Congratulations to you, Candace. I love that. Please keep us posted on how it goes. I'm glad that you made it past that first interview. That tells me that the resume is working for you and that you obviously said all the right things. Congratulations to you. And then Miss Kenyatta said, "I finally landed a new job. Today was my first day. I'm so excited after job hunting for 9 months. With the group's encouragement and the wonderful tips from Jazzy," she said, "stay encouraged. Apply, 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 and you will be next." I need everybody to comment, "I'm next," okay? I just need you to stop and take a second, hit the like button, and then say, "I'm next," because this is what happens when you declare that you are next. And just so you guys know, Candace currently works for Nelnet, and she works with the student loan borrowers. And with that position, I want to just like point out to you guys, we had so many pay bump members that landed a job at Nelnet to the point where the recruiter literally knew me by name. She literally asked people, she was like, "Did Jazzy send you over here?" And so many people were like, "Yes, Jazzy sent me over here." And there were just like a swarm of people from PayBump that landed these opportunities. So this is why we have the private community, so that you guys can talk about where you currently work or where you're aspiring to work, because you never know who already works there. Okay, the job that you may be trying to leave may be the job that somebody else is trying to get, right? So make sure you are in this private community because this is what we do. We celebrate each other. Congratulations to all of you guys. Make sure you send my team an email so that I can send you a special little gift, Kenyatta. I am so sorry that I overlooked this message. So back to our opportunities. So now, if Experian isn't your thing, maybe you'll want to work in a career with Mercor. Now, you may be saying, Jazzy, why would I want to work at Mercor as a recruiter? And in all places, San Francisco, and in all places, it's on site. Well, a lot of you are like, listen, Jazzy, things in the government are getting a little bit crazy, so I may need to relocate to a much friendlier state, which I totally get. So, what I love about this opportunity is if you were someone that wanted to move, the beautiful thing about it is they will pay you handsomely to do so. Not only are you going to get this really high base salary, okay, a six-figure base salary, and you're going to also get equity in the company, but they give you a $20,000 relocation bonus for you to move to the Bay Area. And on top of that, they give you another $10,000 housing bonus if you live within half a mile of their office. And then you get a monthly $1,000 monthly meal stipend. And you're going to get health insurance and you're going to get all these other things. Are you serious? There's no other jobs that I know out there that are giving you $1,000 a month just to eat and that are giving you 30K for you to like pack your bags and move somewhere. So for those of you that are able to move, that are saying, hey, I got to get the heck out of here, put me in the Sunshine State, not Florida, but the other one in California, this may be a really, really great opportunity. Okay. So make sure you're applying for this because I've already done the resumes, and this is actually for their community manager role. Okay. So this is somebody that's if you've got a great background in doing any type of events, if you've done any type of summits, if you're just like a planner, like you work with venues and vendors, this is what you absolutely should be applying for. And if you're interested in the recruiter role, this is also a really great opportunity that pays really, really well. So make sure you are applying for this because, as I said, these six-figure jobs, they do not last long. Okay. Now, I've talked about Stitch Fix before. A few of you have actually gotten hired with Stitch Fix, but they are hiring again for the chargeback analyst. Now, apparently, nobody applied for this role when I last talked about it because it's still out here. You need to be applying for this job, okay? A lot of you have already worked in chargebacks and all of that stuff, and this is the job that goes into the $90,000 per year range. And if you've worked in any type of collections, even if it's like moderate collections, if you worked in insurance, you worked in claims, this is the exact type of background you need to have in order to qualify for roles like the chargeback analyst. Okay. It's a pretty self explanatory role, right? So, you guys absolutely, with those accounts payable backgrounds, those collection backgrounds, anything contracts, you need to be applying for this. Okay. Great opportunity, great company. Now, another role that we have for those of you that want to work part time, a company called Zora is hiring, and Zora's kind of like a new social network a little bit. I don't know if anybody's actually used Zora or if like you've created a profile on there, but they're essentially a social networking community, and they're looking for a community support specialist to work 20 hours per week. And what you would do in that role is you would do support requests, and those could come from DMs, they might come from Twitter, they might come from other social media connected platforms that they support. So you are that person that is essentially going to field those types of requests. And this is going to pay between 25 and 30 bucks per hour. Now, for CVS, the opportunity that a lot of you guys have either worked at before or have tried to work at before is actually hiring again, okay? Now, with CVS, they provide you pretty extensive training, okay? I just want to point out that CVS is going to give you several weeks of training, and for this particular shift, they're wanting you to work from like 11:45 to 8:15. So you would be a part of a 24-hour call center operation. So that's the shift you would work. But for the training requirements, they said that they would want for you to work Monday through Friday from 9 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. So make sure you are available for that particular shift, or ask the recruiter if there's an alternate shift that you could potentially do. Okay. So this job is going to go from $17 to $34 an hour. based on your experience. Again, they provide you with 6 weeks of training. So this is a great opportunity for those of you that may have gaps in your resume or you're just getting back out there for the first time. And guys, for everybody that's just like, hey, I have had it with this economy, I am leaving the country. Experian is one of those companies that hires globally. Like they've literally got positions in Brazil, they've got Costa Rica positions, they have positions in London, they've got positions literally all over the world. You simply just need to go to their website and you'll see they're hiring in Spain, like all of these places, in Italy. These places you guys have been asking me about. So if you're like, Jazzy, I am just kind of ready to leave the US, it's okay. I get it. A lot of people want to travel with their families. A lot of people just enjoy like the idea of living somewhere else. So if like you want to live globally, Experian is definitely one of those companies that you should be looking up. And as I always tell you guys, if you're looking for any type of like assistance with your job search journey, if you're just not someone that interviews well, please go back and watch my Crush the Interview. If you missed it, you really missed out on something really amazing. But you can go back and watch the replay because the replay is really, really freaking good. I'm telling you, that's why people in my group were able to advance to the next round of interviews because they changed how they were interviewing. They changed what they had on their resume and it made all the difference. Okay. So if you need help, make sure you come talk to us in the private community because as I always say, if you stay ready, you never have to get ready. Oh,